Today, I want to introduce you to Jim McDaniel. These are my great-grandparents. They had a small farm. That's the way they made their living. But more than being a farmer, James H. McDaniel was a circuit-riding preacher in Arkansas. You can actually read about his work in a little biographical sketch series called Arkansas Angels. He preached in the late 1800s, early 1900s. I'm told that he would get on his horse and ride off on a circuit preaching different places, might be gone for a month. He generally came home having been paid with chickens and some vegetables. That couple had several children, among them George Wiley McDaniel. George was my grandfather. He was an elder in the church in Tuckerman, Arkansas. He and his wife had several children, among them James Robert McDaniel, better known as Bob. That was my dad. He also served as an elder in the Tuckerman church, briefly, but then we moved to a small community. It had the unforgettable name of Battle Axe, Arkansas. It was 6 miles from the nearest town, and it had a little church building less than a half mile from our house. So we attended the Battle Axe Church of Christ. Soon after moving there, Dad became the principal teacher, and I got to preach there also. In his late years, Dad taught a men's class at the Newport, Arkansas Church of Christ, and he said that class was more fun than any of the others that he taught. You see, I have a great heritage, a tremendous heritage for which I'm thankful. But in that last great day, the day of judgment, the Lord isn't going to ask me who my great-grandfather was. He's going to ask me about me. 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10 says, "We must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that each one may receive the things due him for what he's done in the body, whether good or evil." I hope that passage doesn't strike a negative type fear in your heart. In fact, alongside that passage, let me lay John chapter 5. Jesus was there talking about faith. He said, "Whosoever believes in me will not come unto judgment, but has already passed from judgment to life." That's pretty much what the English Standard and the American Standard versions say on that passage. Will not pass unto judgment? I had one fellow tell me one time, that means we won't even be there that day. No, we will all be there. The passage is actually saying we won't come under condemnation. You'll stand there with life, not condemnation. I'm so grateful for that heritage, but parents can only take us so far. Eventually, we have to decide for ourselves whether we're going to follow Jesus, whether or not we'll be prepared on that last great day. I chose Jesus. I'm thankful that my parents introduced me to him, but I chose him, and I live free from condemnation. You can too. I hope that you have a heritage for which you're grateful. But more than that, I hope that you will be a heritage. I hope that you put your trust in the Lord and that you will pass that on to your children so that in the last great day, they too will stand free from condemnation. They'll stand in life.